baby, Abwagana, Nagana Bayo, Ayo, if we meanwhile. So, baby, Abwagana, Nagana Bayo, Ayo, if we meanwhile. Mama ye febia kuye ni odo efa so me many now many ye yakasara japadea ya nana no di abebre seje de to maye enti asemena use yesum gana yi anya sabe da chinchiriba beba be moyamfo
now it doesn't need a second thought. Now obeka last 11 demonstration party penifo nyina de say general secretary honorable John say dinketia no say one can TV so we are sending Ghana man na ntiase say be before editor kashe 419 chinchina twan e pass 11 ye baba mu a check first 100 days by then no na transition across work mun krata mu ni ade a check e da wa ha di kan ye de pen kokko be san mu a Ghana ni bia ni wa wo ye mobile money a Mahama ban ebeka say one for taku sempo anada mamra see eba bedu 11 bi ja chichiro man within the first 100 days.
Why will you have to wait for 100 days?
Because it's governance no afi ni ato abawie the better transition also hen krata mu we because say kra no ade e begigi kra no obi fa kogu obi fie ti o se ehuni pakro je no ansa na fe ye twam krata and on him said documentation with law no e dey parliament ne dey ehun ka but they say maximum within the first 100 days of the next John Dramani Mahama, the second coming Obani. Eleven pen for the better one. Ghana ni bia o de omo pekura wo mo fa 11 ko sia wo wa wo mo ko ji lo ye se e ba betom
so bring me baby Abwagana Nagana Bayo Ayo if we meanwhile so bring me baby Abwagana Nagana Bayo Ayo if we meanwhile me mangana adeshe mama 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 swear mama ye febia kuye ni odo efa so me many now many ye yakasara japadea ya nana no di abebre seje de to maye enti asemena use yesum gana yi anya sabe da chinchiriba beba be moyamfo minia so bring me baby Abwagana Nagana Bayo Ayo if we meanwhile so bring me baby Abwagana
Ausa for mamunyina adwo na nwotwe pa mu pepepe akasema aduasa na about non kron peace 104.3 FM so dwumadie de the platform e bra odwada na ukua de bia bra na nwotwe kasebo no akọ na wieye Isaac Odru ono eno ye head of production ono na akika ne mani nyina bo anim ya chese one the team Patricia Sefa Fisher Elizabeth Ejin Prince Bafo Asamoah and Samuel Apia Omena ahyehe ena medi ho chiame e frame na ya Kesseh obetimi aframe the cardinal me ma wunyina adwo ba bia wo a otimi nka bia anwumrei ye kwa
anya sapa da chinchiriba baba be moyamfo minia so brebe baby Abwagana Nagana Bayo Ayo if we meanwhile so brebe baby Abwagana
ene Ma Letitia, amper for Letitia, yeah, or Lunch City, ma late, ene. Would ma Letitia, my happy birthday. So and Mrs. Claribel Ampere, our Velac International School, Chemota branch, also so Madam Claribel, also so Yamal happy birthday. We are do the beer and Yamal happy birthday, Yankopon and Kamunyanamo. Mokaya da etwa to ayene John Boadu and JB General Secretary MPP etwetwe nkomo no sabre no na MPP fo awie polling station a womo ahye constituency de no ase anesa ema o church nhyehyɛ ahodo a mode agu akwan mu they say constituency de na kamia ese fankase no a wato awie ye bebisa afei ba bi a omuntime nto wo de no eno so ho asem etese mpachofo adwenkyere bra wo na me ne wa na edi dwuman mo amohwe your Facebook no betimi de afa Facebook mo so a mo de WhatsApp and as a text message na ba na 0556 700 0556 700 0556 700 na ode afa ho e de aba mpacho Sabri nye tuma we asem kra na debi na it was specific issues kra ye koso matuma ba wie eden ehina asem si ye ana momo de na e court ana de momo de munya nto e de ntina munya nto ye mpacho fabra general e wa ha general has said the best place to address your problems no enie na yemfa ni nyina engu nanim se be ya ohawa oho no obehwe na asoso ni nyina no ede amamo afei ye wi a ehwese nka wi a bedu be 9:15 there about the nanka yetimi atete party nsem no afri ho awie ye wi a na ya hwe John Boadu serial caller to the General Secretary of the MPP John Boadu, the journey that's far. No. And then whether still General Twaso and I say JBC form. And also see a bidi a home and come up. Nina and buffet and I'm de Emma over the platform you mediate so. Pacho catch unia say I drink a trans na yamon come over the platform so and enumerate. But say senia your customer not here. I say who boy ebo matransie and sana. Mashem
now Embassy B Embassy car
Embassy bay Embassy bay
Brazil embassy to Ghana
Brazil embassy to
Ghana Brazil embassy to Ghana
ambassador to Ghana
Brazil embassy to Ghana
Kwakuja eni bi
me na me wo hobby Ghana embassy to Brazil
eni bi biasa
France embassy to Ghana
Kesseh
French ambassador me wo hobby
tie kwaku tie
omo report to ho no me kura ma send message akatro mo say e say na tie
kwaku tie kwaku ya wo ambassador to but any embassy to
ambassador to Ghana France embassy France ambassador to Ghana
me pacho bo mo boys ni bi
me cry send the message to o send the message you know very fine yeah go me am kwaku obekume kwaku boy bekum nipa anyway said I'm Kaka no era John Boadu General Secretary New Patriotic Party NPP watrase ono na ye no betwetwe nkomo ene anwumre e the platform eso na General Trance e na ye ba be ma no akwaba na ya twetwe nkomo Bob fa we no so to form prekwen na ase ne unima ya bapa o ase koduro no akwa ye krem oh David ya mo amonti ase mo se ase koduro ye ha no ono onye o General
na ozo onye oden
mi de no crime nwa sakwa we
drain on kra na o de okeke kan esoti
shy as a good rule onye o General onye kwa no bi ono ane bride ho dance as the onye de anyway
yeah sometimes so be over so ya born no anya o se onye
Debbie we the oye we the oye pa yo bi ane se mo onye oye pa Oh, deep on the papa. Share, Bonnie Crossroom as it could do. Janet saying,
I don't buckle.
You hear the Yamiasi. No, I probably Muzo and that is saying.
A problem, yes, I mean, start up.
That make a problem
in terms of party.
The other share elections,
arrangement, elections, so far, so very good. Don't say. Yes, now we were talking about polling stations. Polling stations, 38,622, are simultaneously. Just a few of them, and for some dynamics in TAE film. And imagine, say, party Nankasa, Yankofa election management body, BR, na elections across all these polling stations are here. Yeah, initially there were a few challenges, and some of these challenges were arising out of previous challenges of maybe our parliamentary contest, constituency contest, and all that. And see, those constituencies are we even before Yesha say crying him say I say that I say that. Most of them also sometimes happen I resolve, but when say this is social media and see be eko seen be na so at the bar na mo ye no ho I resolve almost say twamba and see why dream over Jane say be a problem no that's so ho nyame adom ye wie ano wie no electoral area coordinator selection and them say one to be close to 6,000 plus electoral areas, and also no wie just last 2 weeks the constituency annual delegate conferences, and also apart from few areas injunction be that so constituency arrangement and certain way, almost close to 250 constituencies just last week. I have to sit down from morning to evening to resolve some of the constituencies problems. Maybe to say Menchia North, maybe to say Kumewu, for instance. Enra Oma Toma Baby, NSA Kumewu so Atuna Baby, Enra I also West Wagon to Oma Baby. Inti baby I do no answer na young regional elections na maku akika muno. You were finding na ya resolve. Inti so far no. So very good. It's a difficult exercise, and because you are managing interests of one person, contests, constituency, region, national, impono parliamentary candidates, presidential candidates, and all that. Until yes, decision will take it for Hana Fasi, for the other person. If you are interested, when you're stronger, you will not be able to stand up to this. Sometimes we don't say, particularly those who are contesting elections, they've all run away from the system. But there we cannot do so because Sebi, you join a party na Yesusa na polling station ton. You soon that you say be national youth organizer and organizer po because those times we share me hope na. As Constituency Secretary, na Kwashigaya National Organizer, you can imagine.
Courage, Kwashiga.
Yeah, Dambochi, General Secretary at that time. Na Nyankopon ya Abba, very, very quick. Although it's a very long time, from about 20 years plus, and so here to me, Abedu Hono. Now it is important, say, you better trust in your share, irrespective of the challenges involved in terms of resolving some of these issues. No, we still will continue to do so.
I see. And say, okay, when you more constituencies be or ebesine, Monyanya polling station, Grand Mababe constituency Nankasa.
Oh, constituencies are young polling station, Kra and say Abaye electoral areas and constituency. Yeah, the young they decided say hold on. Until Asen or Jomoro, Savlogu, for instance. These are the three constituencies. I decided say hold on. A few of them I hold on gradually we've been able to do it to a level. Until these are deliberate constituencies Yankasa I hold on for our own purpose.
But And you may
constituency to say even we have Boko Central. Okay. Because of the curfew, we never what we did was that we realized, and you know, this Kusasi and man proceed, and you don't joke with it. You are very careful. Now, okay, we are creating more problems. And they who says, yeah, polling station elections now, it's likely to degenerate into other security concerns. We agreed with them. Say for polling station and electoral area coordinators there, the existing ones you be maintaining new polling stations, you are filling in near to constituency elections, constituency executives, we've done that. We've done the elections. It went smoothly, and they are done here.
Okay. Yeah, and also you say and ever be din common obi FS and them a free dom kwabinya or so more problem. Now
what exactly is a problem in Dome Kwabinya? Because yes, I can imagine. Say almost sitting member of parliament in Niho for some time now.
Sure.
And these things, you need the support of your benefactors, so to speak. Into Niho, I don't know arrangements are. And I can suspect say a few of her supporters may feel they've been left off and all that, but I personally don't have anything before me now. Me person na me ya form will be a friend alternative dispute resolution committee Honorable Cecilia Dapa Gary ne nuano da no say bibi ni a between they are down. Even say assembly or court to cry na some of them you to me and almost kasana almost agree say almost year court or something. And in this morning somebody brought that thing, but with my checks I don't know if there are still matters arise now. They still have the opportunity to also come for a discussion. Yeah.
Okay, so what you are saying is that Ebase will be or grievance be or regardless of which me as Ababi who until the committee no na will be a matter.
Yeah. So you see this tonight, but one and a year to Kekeo. A year preparation towards 2024 elections. So a long distance now, if there's any issue, and resolve issue now, it will run till it affects us in 2024. Say should be Ebiana Yatuabane, we may not be able to reverse the elections unless the issue is deep enough to lead to the reversal of the election. But if not, we still need to also listen to concerns of people and make sure we resolve most of these issues. So we all know, unfortunately, Ebiana or performs the way and or suspected say. If you support to X or Y in a man when your opportunity to appeal and all that. I've seen today, for instance, I was at Adom FM. There was this lady from our woman organizer. He's been woman organizer for like 20 years and over. Unfortunately, the form or the call, now I trust to say, Okra middle school living certificate and a BA degree. Whatever that degree is.
Okuta MSLC.
Now straight away to be a degree.
Master of Science, Law and Commerce.
Straight away to be a degree.
Allah.
There's a committee in the share so Uncle Fanny degree now. But would they say we organize it? And then the whole 20-something years. Uncle a degree that pay. Now I got share holiday. That just almost much in time. I think that she didn't have the opportunity to appeal and all that. What the petitioner, but we will look into it and see what can be done about it. Because you see, the woman is virtually crying because election will lose any problem, Papa Bia. But say, what campaign I be Biana, I be do her. She didn't even have the opportunity to have her name on the bar. And one party, Ejumaya Sana. I say, oh, you both. Yeah, you feel my neighbors enough of cry. I mean, say, those times soon to me. Now, I'm by a chairman, not a constituency chairman. Now, Yama, oh, yeah, and fuck when we name Yeah, no cocky can we have no because I never could talk a before radio station. No, or support to one candidate against the party and all that. I mean, your name talk then no cocky can send be yeah, no, you're suspended. Or say, or no, yes, I na Yanene Kasa on team. Daniel suspended or do fear. And so no, my announcement radio so. Who do if you are so I do it so. Or since I summer, they catch it, I don't know. Or no, because I knew we are to the extent said till say almost a year suspension now, or decided say over falling in line or net and yes, and so who part in this ano. So be denial polling station officer position a major issue. You see, it's not just about politics, it's about society. Image of the individual and all because you film say why then why her create impression say as what could be in the you anti a major issue and for some of us we don't take it lightly at all. I've insisted say we are constituency officers and our serving officers there. There's no way we'll be able to I say my vetting I mean you if me and they say no. Oh problem with the person. Your disciplinary committee you could have dealt with the person through the disciplinary committee. And more so when the vetting period is very short. It's a vetting period now they use as disciplinary. The person will not have the opportunity for redress. Because baby on appeal now on to me appealing against the decision of the appeal at the national level. Because at the national level, you're direct body to appealing to at the disciplinary level. Just a fight the region. A fight region crying a banashana through me. Also me trying to National Executive Committee. Into for instance, this week a National Council. So we petition a disciplinary neda anymore. Yet we found National Council. Into a train till say a National Executive Committee. Somewhere ya nye bi copy time be to aba that it means awesome na that's what to see a beye na National Executive Committee I refer the matter to the disciplinary committee omo ye omo adwuma wie so no dem report ba to say National Executive Committee be shia no oh yes and I say ho no enye like Supreme Court see understand Supreme Court ntrase de biasa nti na want to inform asem direct emba national no just say constituency asema just say all they call region for AD assembly we na say still nya dia we niji ho and Saudi aba national how the oba also nya abotre because the body e be ye ho adwuma no it take time for them to sit. That's how the constitution it once obi the bibia aba na or to say eche if you goes ahead to accuse me, say, the report about matters, why will I do that? I have no interest whatsoever. But that's how the constitutional position of the parties.
I see. Jean Boadu and JB, General Secretary, NPP, and Yeneno, ADD, and Komoi. And they say, what next after constituency?
Immediately after the constituency election, the constitution prescribes, say, within 14 days, of the election of the 10 constituency officers plus the parliamentary candidate or the parliamentarian or parliamentary candidate if any also motenase na omuyi the 7 appointing positions no that is deputy organizer, deputy youth, deputy women, deputy Nasara, research and elections, communication and financial secretary. You see, with regards to financial secretary, communication and research, a specialized area, you need some skill set to be able to do that work. I know the I insist say, yombashena in koyese. Unse year to a baby, yenya 8-1, yenya 8-2, yenya 10-0, yenya way. Yes, when you're 10-0, but it shouldn't be say. Because when you're 10-0, need know now obia keke no akofane sell your communication obia keke no I know they are specialized
10-0 8-1 as such saying
ebia na team na air corner ene omo line mono omunyina winning as against another team.
Okay.
So and but sometimes ade what just when you attention go for best of 4 we go on the other side with him it's just say when you attention we start ejuma here na we say 10-0 say 8-2 say 6-4 obehunti with the specialized areas in there. That's why the Constitution requires that the appointment should be made in consultation with the regional executive committee so that they can also look at the caliber of Nkofwa, particularly research communication, research and communication and financial secretary. With the order, because when I get careful, it will be business as usual. It will be will be contest here when we need to say they pacify. But we command on ABR research and also we can say call Ghana where we ground compare story ko new internet mo ni hwe. There say no there want me nye adwuma no money enye sa na say we command communication ni pay onu aka say anything. Nti asemo beto ho on kasa wie kra na opponent na kasa wie ko akoda. Now, if you know, putting the thought together here as a for communication and way. Until within that 14 days, the constituency is expected to do its appointments of the other officers. After that, very soon this week, for instance, we'll find an opportunity to have a national council. There's one matter before national council that we need to resolve. We have a constitution, a deputy regional secretary position, elective elected position. Unfortunately, there was an omission in the constitution. You are drafting in a manner say you are appointed, and we need to correct that. In Congress, conference, and Quebec correct. But without conference, National Council is the second highest decision-making body of the party. The conference in you almost to me, because it's constitutional. Do we need to quickly do that meeting to correct that? I'm hoping, say, me check whether there's cabinet on Thursday. If not, we can have the National Council on Friday. Yeah, Friday now. That is 14th, 15th, 16th. Maybe nomination for the regional elections and a regional annual delegates conference. Now process na kwa 27 to 29 na ya to abanewi at the regional level. You see, for those constituencies omo and to me we omo near we are conference the regional area omo nkobi. So it won't resolve all matter we are, particularly those that there's injunction on them to be difficult for them to be part. Thankfully, at least 1/3 of delegates meeting forms a quorum and yet difficult for us. But we will have wasted all the constituencies in the 275 or 276 and Ayafano constituencies will be able to finish their conferences before the regional conference. Indeed, we are leaving no stone unturned to ensure say we do 27th and then resolve most of the places. Because for instance, Ochinasi, I also Central, more challenge kakrebi, share ADM no, the assembly court, course briefly na kana Friday report back. Into can't we nanti asebia by Friday, if they report back to court and that court is satisfied, they will go ahead and have their elections. That is I also Central in Greater Accra. That's the only constituency Accra Greater Accra. Far Central Regional, a Kumfi or more challenge Kakra about individual be contest in Yama. They've met. The ADM has taken a decision, and very soon the decision is unveiled that we'll be able to resolve it. So far, baby, to say. Human lower danger, for instance, there are a few of the polling stations almost and some and go through because of the way the previous one was done. Now, Koka for Timokwa and also no hope by Tuesday, Wednesday, or something on Betona if you. Place are a very difficult pie Ashanti region, but like I told you, we took turns to listening to most of their issues, and so far, no, I can virtually about 3 or 4 into me. Ofa Bono Regional, Sunyani East na challenge kakra Oba Ahafwa, but you know the history of Sunyani East already. Oba Ahafwa. This is a constituency, a MBA nomination poll for people to come and pick forms. I know my press conference around 15th. I bring a bit nomination 19th and then on talk. How far have a tunnel?
But that's is the in a show.
Yes, I get a year 2008 honor. Independent candidate, they are on talk. I'm moving, so I'm going independent today to about we pet no mas have a party. Omo banswa chese omo any abotre crowd to wait for anything, you know. Offer turn on nota, and also there's an injunction on it. Mijidi said the issues is about qualification of some few people on person.
Turn on nota, I want to free that honor.
Free that prayer. The issue is about qualification. I think that the appeals committee actually, if they are minded, on person on by ADM, but we've almost gone through that. Internal is over for the 18 constituencies in a friend saying northern region. There's no challenge at all. For northeast, there's no challenge anywhere. For Savannah, they are also done. The normal war challenge kakra war. Your friend is saying the Boya Mankra go, but I think that has also been resolved. Over Upper West Side, they are done with all their constituencies. So all of them are done. Over Upper East Side, there are about 2, but for instance, Navrongo Central and Penaka as a constituency. There are a few polling stations from the recommendation of the ADM. We need to do it again. There's just a few that added to it. They had even wanted to, because the ones that has been done are more than the 110 non-person, but we felt say we'll give them the directive. China Paga and now will be the injunction called to chairman position a person. You know, so all the other 9 executives have been elected already. Chairman or no. Oh my, nah, there were 2.
Okay, so in that case, no, Sekoban Zemo by regional no. Other 9 I to about bit me akoto.
Omato, send Nipa are going to install their way. They even can go ahead and appoint the deputies to their positions. Okay. As they wait to resolve the other. There are 2 constituencies in so almost board draw until they need to reconvene. In some cases, I need to meet transition. Okay, more draw mum dear, but substantive in my way near my way deputy. You know that arrangement can be done. So by and large, we are almost through. But a friend is saying Eastern Regional, there's an issue at Odan here resolving we and Ebuakwa North, Ebuakwa South. There are some 4 polling stations where baby are almost done in Tokwa. Tomorrow the region will take a decision on it and inform us so that we can give them the green light for them to have their elections. Western region, there's no issue whatsoever. Western North now, I will win Hobako. A petition. So you can see it looks daunting, it looks difficult. If you're outside out here, well, Kesseh, there's problem, but that's what it is. We've done it, and that's what we've been doing. You just have to let your head be on, because Nipa no cancer natural maybe as I'm going to society before. So the air message is almost saying, yes, I take note of them, but I go to check. Well, here now you deceive you, no, I can be now, and you know, crazy. So far, this is where we are. We wait and now Yabeshe National Annual Delegates Conference. I know it's between 15th, 16th, and 17th of July. We are having a little challenge with Legon. by then normal school. And it's going to be difficult for us. And yeah, share alternatives. So far, Yakoya Nima Fire will still have it and have it very well. We've never failed before for national delegates conference. Yeah, we are fair. I know the Omon Kesseh John would had. We fair, coffee, fine. And we've been doing it, and I hope we'll continue to do it nicely like that, just as we've done over the years. Yeah.
Okay. And what's it 15th, 16th? Now will be for regional no?
Yeah.
Okay. Now be
27th to 29th, no matter Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it is likely a lot of them will do it on Saturday or something. Yeah.
Now my regional no so free. Na fede. But say mo flag bearer and then the munyanka ho asem say.
Flag bearer no say ye new national officers.
They will look at
no
it.
No more deputies ni be area. Then we'll look at the date for the flag bearer and that of NACA 2 election and that of parliamentary. There the woman say so with the polling station, electoral area and the constituency almost upload here. Because internally in our party we have an IT team very strong. Each and every constituency, almost there's 4 computers, scanners and everything. We've been able to normally nanka party ID card so manko for we've been able to build a capacity in the party training call for very soon we start process and do best 2 weeks 1 month after the elections. Then we'll roll out our ID system, which is internal. The software and everything is internally derived for the party. So until you to me results now about winning upload no region and national copies. Until you got to parliamentary, you got to presidential. No answer I can say and then you to electoral commission to abanasa. Until noise no tibium. Noise no on tibium. So but the hard work is the polling station. Onye be done now we tranche but and that is where it is. That's where the hard work is. Because a honor 38,622 centers.
Okay.
And imagine say 5 positions, it be 2 na contest. That gives you over 380,000 people simultaneously contesting for elections.
Okay.
Also utuminya the capacity to be able to run it. Me share NDC for program on the about for internal election. They said their polling station here and within 2 weeks, almost been from January to June. It should tell you how difficult it is.
January to June next year.
June this year. June it should tell you how difficult. If you don't have the capacity, if you don't have the know-how, if you don't understand the psyche of the party, if you don't really appreciate dynamics of each and every constituency, if it's 1 year, you can't do this exercise within a very short time. It's not easy at all.
Okay. Eti so free polling station bar electoral areas, right? Then to constituency. I do we polling station I then they are candidate say who can say
we polling station This time around what we did was that forms and go for koji almo form we uploaded the nomination forms for the electoral area coordinators elections until obedience for just download do not fail it until there wasn't an issue with even the forms at all. The other area and also very difficult disqualification and also no and share down creative problems if that is done and done well, the delegates to the election of electoral area coordinators is determined. In the electoral area, be 8 polling stations. In the number of people about 12 and a year 40, plus the electoral existing electoral area coordinator. So it makes it very easy. The delegates are determined, they are known, and all that. And no problem there. Over constituency elections and also delegates are about to abano. They are known already. The only thing you have to make sure a challenge is the form application, nomination forms, and the vetting process. Vetting process, be between you be a free na a creative problems in there. So those are the challenges you have if you in implementing such a thing. Do region there. Region is made of all the constituency elected officers plus the deputies plus patrons plus the regional executive committee. It is also known. Until once 27, 28, 29, within just 2 days we are done. As I about national sanity.
John Boadu, General Secretary, New Patriotic Party, or no, and Yeneno Etwin community. Moamu Bisa region, or say 15th, 16th. Now, or might be in Gratan Mato, at 27th to 29th. Nature said, Yame Omadumoa, now Omato regional, no so free from regional on July, or Mode call national, nature say, no FM, no, enti, there no ever conquer Honafi, Yashe, and Yama. I'm Jamie, free party, I can't say internal election, Amuye Sukakra. Na Yemra, say a transit no. First phase, ne say, o party, our general secretary, no, Mona Banya, or Tekunyasu say, Abaya mo no 2017 ABC Sabre ne bodem mo ene ade etemo san mo ne aban no nkita hudie. And then one issue I'm jidi say Ghana for you be ehwe monim both secretary party any government say mo nyina mo ba address issue of adwasafo and domi kwabenya kan nyina bo na mehwe
conclusion na ma question na anye de still never fun but answer na me jump off into governance issues and so me take this opportunity to commend and congratulate Obia first of all decided to be contested for any of the positions idea ho pa o hwe polling station elections pa na ye video actually ahomachin some of the 3 am onkofa be line omo performs keke the akọ contest ya na nya senketo in some of the polling stations hotly contested. The Bukra went ahead to bring electoral commission and all kinds of arrangements. And you can see clearly say party people are yearning for victory in 2024 because assemble even baby challenges work no you perceive breaking 8 you know allow man this you can see say that spirit of sacrifice and working together as a party no hopper and timebo obia baso omo to me win so no better luck next time. And I believe say party so in party juma na opposition here you can continue to work for the party whether you have a position or not. Yes, 2017 to date ohwemu year na ohwe sibi abeto sibi aban si ete in 2017 na ohwe niema ye 2017 2018 2019 before 2020 the record no the whole plane obia ni hwa or 2 year record within that 3 years before COVID no in terms of GDP, in terms of reduction of our debt to GDP ratio, in terms of expanding our economy, in terms of bringing new interventions, implementing even free SHS concept, and it was huge. And because we promised, we believe that we should do it as early as possible, irrespective of the challenges that we expected to meet. As and when we implemented, challenges never near resolve, free SHS, and a lot of other interventions within. I haven't seen any party in this country who, to me, within a very short time, implemented the kind of Nehemiah to me. Even though we are a center-right political party, we are the party yet we are implementing pro-poor programs than any party in this country. There's no two ways about that at all. Unfortunately, we're all hit by COVID. You see, one thing you must realize that in the year of COVID, government to Aba in the year of COVID, a lot of them lost. A lot of them lost the elections. But Ghana were lucky we won. Throughout the country, just under 30 countries and it will post 2 positive results. Ghana was one of them. Although the result, the growth was very small, 0.4%. But we were one of them. You understand? It's the way we manage the COVID and the lead role His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo play and nothing man can be bring pa. Look at US, they lost, India lost, CDU lost in Germany and all that. But we managed to scrape through because you see the fact of the matter is that to self petrol bro akosuri. Opposition ni untu go bisa and say identity petrol bro akosuro. Una wa abemu, una conformable to so. Say na you increase transport fares. Una wa abemu. These are the challenges wa abema obenya. Unfortunately, COVID in the year say for so na Obra Putin, the honest Saddam Hussein within the West. It's because Saddam Hussein, no see the trima, yeah, to me, who need trimo dina, computer momukuno, no. So never channel. So wait, dear, say, beating them, I say, or join the association, being Chinchina, Mempene. Penny, so on, they say, oh, send in a crew, no. There will be analysts be our year. We also they need close to $200 billion to rebuild their country. $200 billion. Yeah, $200 billion to rebuild some of the Myanmar saying. And the worst of it is that Ukraine produces almost the highest wheat production in the world. Vegetables and a lot of other maize,
oil and then oil.
Yeah, vegetable oil. Maize, young, broi, almost producing countries in India. So with such a thing, no, apart from crude oil prices are cost no, the demand for these things are high. Uko Germany, uko shop own pan unya a friend saying. And what uncle Chubofro to crowd fear. Uko Egypt themselves, Ukraine the supply with all their wheat requirements, and a lot. Until you can see clearly, say, you just have an engine. Look, UK, they had the highest inflation for the past 50 years. US, their GDP is down and all that. Until you put the now boy and say. To me, yes, are planting for food and jobs. Here, kakra, and my independence solely on a friend saying importation of food stuff. But even here, we are suffering for it. Let me give you a typical example. Guinness Ghana Limited, almost first quarter results. That is from January to March.
First quarter this year.
First quarter this year results. Company for the past, apart from the past 3 years, they were posting losses all the time. You know, dividend. For the past 5 years, 3 years on the trot, they've been able to make profits. They've been paying dividend and all that. And every quarter, there hasn't been any occasional my losses. Just last quarter, Q1 results. Loss of close to 20 million Ghana cedis. One, as a result of increasing prices of goods and services, as a result of depreciation of the cedi. Because all the 6.5 crown a year of budget, it went as high as 8.5 per the dollar. And that alone. So now answer. So guma we use so the your friend is saying malt and any Guinness in here and so no now a short until we have to import some and the twin effect of inflation and depreciation of the city. So even at the micro level, businesses they are suffering. You understand? And you are buying pokeke. It is now that things are the economy is rebounding. Just last 2 weeks, the finance minister, I don't know whether you people had that report. It looks like maintain finance ministry for issue statement on the economy from data statistical service for the ABA. And we share data now ABA. Your GDP now control more than we expected, around 5.1 or so. And that in itself, no, abua increase the total size of the economy. And until your debt to GDP ratio, no, now can call say 80%, see above say 76%. Whenever you say, who can debt to GDP ratio? You either increase the base or reduce the borrowing. And if the borrowing remains constant, now increase the base now, ebema ratio no abafom. So because the size of the economy increased by 5%, any corresponding increase in our debt profile, no, ama debt to GDP no, abafom from 80% to close to 76%. We hope say able to be bringing it down the more. And see, so far there, and because of that, affected productivity in a lot of areas. For instance, construction industry contractors are complaining about non-payment of work done and all that. And so far, this is where we are, and I can assure you, and yeah, will be modern bobi na amanabanasa. But other countries are worse than what we are seeing, and I'm praying that the rebound of the economy it will continue the way we all expect. Now, putting on funny in 7 from kakra into ma oil prices now. Because look, I understand that we will say, oh, I say Ghana you too oil. Oil na you too no. 1/5 of our requirements. And this say,
what kind of 1/5? As you say, may I enter massimo?
Me purchase. Me purchase. Say Ghana here.
Ankre numwa
emu ba kope and you produce wa. If there's a windfall as a result of increases in prices, windfall no ubenya 1. And who effects on sika also sankoto oya neba no ebe ko against you 4. Okay. You don't win because you are not a net exporter of crude internal. You don't gain as a result of increasing in prices of petroleum products. In the end, gaining, we lose.
Okay.
Just say Bianca a net exporter, and no the enka sa we are being boom papa. And we should expect say Nigeria may have got a lot of money, but sometimes a hustling no. And a major issue affecting. And so far, dear, me did this out here. Yeah, running economy and attention. I was just sometimes go never be or hey see go for and share. Say last 3 weeks I said then you call cabinet retreat and no you cut now share measures the debate between the here to arrest the declining value of the city in here. Buy announce. I didn't call 9.0 as we speak now. I saw Tiaba close to 7.05 or so. What would be that memoir? Say economy a year rania CD to the dollar and cost above from that. What will be that? But Abino is determined to make sure because since America actually because of the fall of the value of the CD Guinea's Ghana lost almost 20 million Ghana cedis to just that. And a lot. There's this woman that I was discussing with last weekend or last 2 weekends. She lost close to $20 million.
Wow.
Because our import to Adiano, Abra exchange rate in the year says 6.2%, 6.2 to the dollar. Or turn in your money we also sign the Sika Ecotiano. Net the best 8.4.
Allah.
It is just exchange losses, FX losses, 2 cities times the quantity. She lost close to $20 million. such a person. I say at some point, officer or two jumana or money workers in your coffee, but show workers in now the more coffee in the ever. It's a major challenger. A bino share say as quickly as possible. No, you bet to me I resolve now. You to me I buy that the to say the shall say 2018, 2019, 2017. It is so far there. Me GD say yes, never rosy as we expect. Yes, because of the challenges we see these things. So now share the number of people averaging also for school fees, for this, for that. You can clearly see. You can see clearly say there's a real need for the person to come to you. But I believe strongly say the gusu ye koso ye na still ye focus on the productive sectors, investing more in industries, investing more in agric, adding value to agrica. We did say we'll be out of the woods very soon.
I see. But question baby, I'll say I know then.
Dear,
I Joseph.
Why then? Said I say me whole story we also about very soon to come.
4 weeks na twam.
For say more recess. What background be then o
my or bank wa frame o my.
You count no akwese ha o ma no.
Me count say me dey me ni be man me.
O count na is
ni be man me.
Yes or ba nyina na friends o member check akra.
There say me ba no but me am try do something na
from their meeting I don't doubt say by the time your baby omo back na yeah sure so.
They tell me be say Joseph Asem and yet even about the constituency. On say ministry or that no gender, children and social protections one of the ministry and no bia kuma hu ye pa, and many would have thought say okay say adwa akọ for such a long time na say on my dear be cranka ne deputy be act okay say or caretaker minister ene ehun sem bebre etia no ase mamu hu omu hu say before when I say more drink a man and call home no. I mean, do you really care?
Let me correct you a little about the constitution agreement. The minister knew her and the deputy acting. The minister knew her, another minister to me acting. Okay. So you can't have a deputy acting the absence of a minister. A decision, you see, a bit dicey. One so near fine. Wow, the challenges are here come. And I know, say, we have a competent hand or my Honorable Cecilia Dapa is taking care of the place. We got challenges, one I shall now take a decision, be fair, no Western matter. Because we were suggesting is and yen son on yen for Bimra.
The parliament there now by ministry needed
and also a part of the bargaining way, process. I can say, it is in the hands of a competent person. Or only say there are a lot of challenges in that ministry as well because my school feeding they've been complaining almost all the time about say was for the past 2 years and all kinds of arrangements that they need special care to be able.
And substantive minister. Because you be to say honorable Abnada Power Boni this year. The ministry nankasa grow. Sa offense sanitation on. Ejuma wo ankasa.
Na say omemo aye hu obi a wedi foreign affairs and attorney general before for close to 30 years. The who be wedi fana interior and defense da. You understand? Oh, I want to believe that very soon we'll get out of it.
How soon is this very soon?
Same like I said, Parliament very soon and say, you understand? We don't want to compound and create more issues out of this thing. The Parliament resume na nkranfo can ke afuma hede ma. So say if fusi baby osina, I say we need to take a decision as soon the way forward for the ministry. Yeah, it's idea.
But yeah, move to change in some watch do and
also na who say I check, but yeah, you saw also this to solve problems.
Anyway, problem I need some most of when you move back here e-levy. Whichever way, move to me my e-levy more passing. I must see e-levy I started a year juma. I started a juma some back home and penda that John Dramani Mahama Aka Brow yen address Ghana at Crossroads no any say or no Yami na dum na 2024 we need election 2025 or so in pe e-levy obipem.
Yes, say me call member bio ya kanu okwentia anambwa.
Me call member bio.
Me call member bio ya kanu okwentia. We ojina inside now ka ye becho. We dey and now we are between. Now we dey so aware. And yati our promises. Yati. Yade talked us by. Oh, you say, ukasa na ye juicy ka mo ko demonstration because Boama my friend is Omane Boama o dim talk tas at 7 no dim say buy and instead number 2 you understand because ideas in be amunibi ideas I'm going to generate think outside the box to introduce idea be Boama no be amunibi benya implement we dia on bapo no abaka so betwem because let's hope say the needed resources are you expect say e-levy be generate the generators are resources ni wie na ye de ye niema mfaso baso magana fo a na also ya ban oba we can be just to pacify and please your people and I say opposition to can be big. You understand? And because if you are able to raise and through indirect tax raise close to 6 billion now you are buying up as baby you just say bia we cast over now man to don't pay said obey previously no now confirm na e wo Burkina way for just say bia sa na obey na ho abechile inflation because so depreciation of the CD was slow growth was down and all that. If that's what you want, and I don't expect anything better from the NDC because that's what they are noted for. Anytime about ben mu bia no growth suffer, debt to GDP suffer, production suffer, and everything almost suffers. You understand? Sasana all can. Unfortunately, Ghanaian people will not give him that unpleasant opportunity to come back again and take said decisions. And
then the
oh, didn't your mom says be a 5 year from 2017. National interventions are yet to me before 2020. Even in the midst of COVID and Kofu, we managed to produce wonderful results. Interventions, they buy COVID. There are a lot of countries in COVID. I am one here to say electricity and free for some time, water and free. Frontline workers, almost taxes are we enjoy. They produce supply free meal, hot meal a day for a lot of people in those areas. And lockdown. How many countries were able to do that? Now after COVID, now Ukraine in Nehemiah, but we are bouncing back. Just as I've told last 2 weeks, I'm surprised you don't have. And I will. Until I will say the economy is coming back with the decision of cabinets, the effect of the fall of the CD, to the dollar, and also about for my so atia guso inti say nka ushe NDC omo opposition omo bompa said that chibi omo beba nka say yenya alternative say oh yen o ha nke be ni say
na onka na munua
aye wi ade akon no mo wo hokra no mo problems kra no nye kra don come no mo de omo call senchi say omo ko homegrown way na ko say omo wan kasa wo ho na kasa no kra e ko say you understand bibi papa bi wo ha nko be ka bibi ani ho a o betumi aka say omo the power and come. As for kind of opposition must talk as usual. Kick against, and they have the Ghana for who are, and unfortunately for them, that's why the EIU report Kesseh saying this before the Jomama and everybody are meaning this on between win elections now. So if that's their strategy, we are all ready for it. The only thing we have to do is to make sure that we are truthful to situations on the ground. Challenges are a woman. Cano and then no creso say that so opposition or any alternative on be canning so never chen. And secondly, also make sure say you be ma Ghana for what say even in the midst of the challenges in the crowd, we are doing far better, or there's hope for the future. Instead of say you be transcending sure. As for these ones that we expect it. A very, very simple, very easy way of solving problems, very easy way of following the crowd, and that's what he's proposing. But Sebi. So just what we need answer, but what's the economy no?
Okay. Mami bisa obe mienu mi okay. Amanfo de omo mo hwe your Facebook titru no mo de we say aba okay. Desmond Nkrumah says so Uncle JB, after all your explanations, what are you saying about our win elections? Tobo nankomo answer. Eben Ama or say thank you, Honorable General Secretary. Please, what is your final take on the unjustifiable disqualification of our win women organizer? So ewaha no so I'll say we Harry Ojaba or say please Uncle JB answer our question on your final verdict on the unjustified disqualification of the
one test I just received this morning Meji petition
okay
from win I refer the matter to the ADM committee. Mama Montia says they are making. I don't take decision as an individual. Decisions, no, committees they take it. I only announce this is the decision of the committee. I just received the petition this morning, and I refer to the ADM. They will be invited. Say one side, they will be invited from the elections committee. Na ATM. Take it on my recommendation and say bet me the age. It's not as if say I have that power. That's why ignorantly sometimes people think that I have the power to say hey, I trim, I say, I young even if they are justified, I cannot say the election should be over 10 or something until say the proper organ of the party I take a decision on it. I'm sorry, I will win for no. I'm sending messages no. I cannot take decision on my own like this. We need to. I refer almost to the ADR committee. Thankfully, we'll be having a national council this week. All these reports will go for the vouching of the National Council. John
Boadu, General Secretary NPP, or no, etwetwe enkomo no. Minim say every Saturday until July, obesa ya call for the re-election there. Ye betena se na no there. Sada na JB nkwa in we be say ye never to microscope na se na ya hwehwe JB ni ye. But then me person me hwe JB MPP for to Obama no say oye organizer. Channel organizer and asem by now be acting general secretary. Okay. So JB organizer acting general secretary election 2016. And then JB substantive secretary election 2020. Walk us through.
Me contest as national organizer. There's one major thing I made see me so. Say never again will the New Patriotic Party go for elections. Na yebe wie na yentumi nkase election ayokoi nipa dodo ato abani vote a nya enie say na ye opponent nya ye nti me di bibi by a friend no pink sheet tracking system. This pink sheet tracking system no a system a tracking the pink sheet from production to the D-Day and days after. So na me nti eno with that system no eno na boa ya nyame adoro yakofa aju anoche moni niam nyina be hwe say how well can we also adapt technology or add technology to our election process. And they say to me, yeah, working on it. Look, yeah, who do you say mock elections towards 2016? Yeah, mock elections to test our system. Yeah, mock elections, no. And my mistakes be brain, dynamics be brain, add. And it to me, yeah. And on the my winning 2016 elections now NDC for so they were comfortable leader and Kesseh. Now until we need to perfect it. Technology there calling him all the time. Until this time around towards 2020 no and on just more testy way my we even scan the pink sheets. Until any call court said the NDC call court here. Okay, the pink sheet 38,622 in the court. Physical, and yes, way. So, this is a system, and I believe, sir, but I say you do 2024, no, near the new system, be about cry, say to about. For the first time, and I don't know any political party anywhere in the world that, or no ankasa on its own is capable of collating their results within the speed at which we did it. Within 8-9 hours, now we are aware of almost 90% of our presidential results. You understand? That's why when we were quoting the correct figures, we said NDC for quoting wrong figures. Yeah, we say, oh, you're winning 145. You're winning just simple processor. It made the results. They weren't able to do it, and it doesn't come by chance. It calls for determination. It calls for ideas. It calls for investments. And making sure that the right thing is done. This is what I'm happy about as then national organizer and becoming general secretary. You know? Because with my background, there's no way between and say I feel A when he B when he and all that. Apart from that, maybe a general secretary. So no. One thing that I also felt it was very important is for support of the constituency, because constituency for we can be able to be school fees. Ninja one here na about region and I say about national. Nyame adom no. There's no party anywhere is capable of doing what we've been able to do. Support the party, making sure that the party office is open 24/7. As a result, the party constitution requires constituency secretaries, regional secretaries are given an allowance. We've been able to do that uninterrupted for the past 4-5 years now as general secretary of the party. IT department it's one of the best IT system ever. Who be crowd or any political party anywhere. You understand? Young Kesseh through that. Say develop this technology. Young Kesseh to internally to the results of the elections. With the IA. Better parliamentary man album we call album how we could say presidential ever call smooth for us. Kesseh develop your internal capacity for data. That's membership and all that. Immediately after, because of these elections, they hold on. Immediately after the elections, we roll that out. And the difference with this is that young Kesseh internally source to anybody. Until we have that capacity to run our own database, run our own system, and all that. And there's no political party almost strong IT base as we have. We've been able to also working with government, provided a lot of jobs for our people. You see, but one thing is that Utie others as a me a national chairman, me a first vice, me a second vice, me a third vice. Me a organizer, me a treasurer, me a youth organizer, women organizer, Nasarako. all these positions, almost responsibilities are almost a play. So the youth, for instance, is responsible for mobilization of the youth and offering them employment and all that. What has General Secretary got to do with that? The only thing General Secretary do is to source for the 10, not the AMA youth, no makoche. But people want to see me going around sharing jobs to people. You don't do that. Now, youth organizer, national organizer is responsible for mobilization of the party people, linking up with communication for the dissemination of information, government, party, and all that. But because of convenience and sometimes ignorance about how the party is run, Obia Phyllis me cry na was my friend meeting as chairman of the party. Me cry na was yes, So, but those things are things as we hit the field, the party people knows on the ground. This thing about parliamentary almost look, in all the 16 regions, it is only Ashanti region I'm vetting. All the committees a national organizer is in charge of one, youth organizer, woman organizer, national coordinator, other party leaders. All my reports normally buy, and national executive took a decision on the report. So it cannot be say general secretary no akotra baby no see we contest, women contest. How shallow can people be in thinking that way? It is never done. It is a committee system. Every decision of the party is a decision of the party. It cannot be one person. And then it's even insulting to my other colleagues. As if say, it is not true. The only reason why I'm always at the forefront is because of my role. That is the spokesperson for the party. And I could take a decision. The TBR me 2017 the year conference for Cape Coast and party taking decisions. The man go for because we just come to power. Man go for will be T-shirt. The individuals contest election. Man for T-shirt in there. I say car back and go for. No job we do not buy party ni would have been. The BIA conference. Jaya share work on here mrase. This is not my emra. It is the decision of the National Council of the party. I have the onerous duty and responsibility to just issue a statement. I think that as I try to explain this and go for TSA. Into people know so. Me the general secretary may say no. General secretary won't be behind you. A decision of the steering committee and national executive. I don't now implement it. It's not as if say work or two company being at the opera, but no, sir. So let me tell you, confront TSA, apart from also resourcing the party, no. Apart from also resourcing the party, no. Obianim. The 2020 elections. Getting resource this party like that before ever. In terms of logistics to party people, in terms of logistics to the campaign, in terms of resources to campaign, in terms of targeting and making sure that constituencies are targeted are well resourced and being secret rather. And I believe, say, going forward, it will be more. Now we can boast of each and every constituency having a pickup to itself. First, we are not and all that. This time, they are doing a wonderful job with it. In some of the constituencies, no, so party pickups, no, and no, the ambulance, ne, way because baby, or hoduma, only a friend is saying ambulance services, then will be will be wait, until the party is running year round as we move forward. For me, I feel say, baby, I war as a party. Now you win it 2016, you win it 2020. You call 2024, you critical. Be I can break the 8 no. We here, man ma work draw a war party name dear as our experience. Challenges are in towards 2020, 2016 no. More the institutional memory to be able to deal with those challenges. More the capacity. For instance, many a friend is saying, mention not for what I say on this. You you want to be bullying me as general secretary because almost everybody there no what for me say. And the can't some now you want to be bully obia will make sure that the right thing is done. And considering where we are, national chairman say Uncle me organizer Uncle me youth organizer co-organizer me treasure across or national chairman. Even your new flag bearer.
Mr. Abankwa.
Also national chairman. Even your new flag bearer. Even your new running mate.
New chairman.
New chair. Virtually say he decided. Say maybe decided. Abankwa. Not just said the election no chair NDC for, because you are going to face NDC within Kofwa. What the institutional memory of their party over years. Who knows who do I still or your vice chairman? We are not yet general secretary from 1992. Let me give you NDC history, kaka. From 1992 now, you're general secretary up to verse 2002, ho baby. And I could be a friend of Josiah. By any brofo, kasade, politically zero. Got 2 other man as general secretary. Later cry I say akwaje bribe cry we to run and call elections no. And I say don't get here ebeji 2006. And then I know people say now so I call 7 years I then now and I say ko catch say don't get here. Or call 2006 be seen there. We call 4 elections. We lose 2 and winning 2 me the party I call 2 elections. But winning me no nyina. 100% record. You know, and see, maybe feel say, general secretary, you know, is the fulcrum to which all the other wheels, no, are running. And with the experience, nyame aboame, menya over the years, you know, it's an investment in me by the party. Mean to me, and Kesseh, oh, yes, and Kesseh be sebi. Go for copy bibi wa ben, we set me pebia. They post ben ebi agenda na mempe. Oh. And him crabio. They've been to me yet. Was Attorney General the constitutional a kitty say was any panel lawyer. So many lawyer. I know they mean to me yet. But all the other positions maybe I made to me. But I don't think say I must be selfish. I don't think that I must be greedy and leave the party at the time and the party needed me more than ever to make sure say all other new people you better guide you on victory yepe 2024 no yensa etumi aka nti o ka John Boy do yes very simple sometimes tough and firm in terms of decision making, in terms of making sure that the right thing is done. Me share ni pe ni mu fan take decision. Sometimes go for a bear me cry na ya almost feel say me decision e ko gezi or more because who can say ocean of I say yeah contest elections see one you careful now so share when a contest we supporting to be taking decision in the direction of because who pay voter who say party now do take a decision pine and this one I'm noted to me and for to me cry making sure say the right decision is taken and I'm firm to a decision taking and implementation and there you can't take it away from me.
The card now, John.
But the attorney say, I be a deeper. I say, me who says I may cook for me to me, and a lot more people will call. Yeah, they'll be funny now. Uber call miss calls, Uber kind of not dear home. We WhatsApp with over thousands of messages, and the humanity they may or say, so until if you are free away, yammy. Who send him a text, I'll respond, and all that. It's if you oh, no friend, I mean to me, calls mean to me, there's no way. Who be catch us, will be the general secretary, or no, the better receptionist, or what? Or what? On to me, yet. Even in my office, or be by my office, now because we new person, Abba, friend now in Yamia friend. You see, we did a very short time. Of course, the crowd to me. I would say, you understand? And over the years, you know, phone I didn't want to be crammed, no, and a party for any angel cry. So maybe we devise another way of better. Sometimes, you know, Nipano or personal contact. Do call see our number so I was friend or personal contact because most of the Nema or personal involvement and personal solution to the personal problems out there. But over here say obey now directly. Apart from that, I'm running a virtual office. I'm not only general secretary in charge of administration.
Okay, talking of virtual, my mifa we encounter nafe me hu line na ko nefa to aso preko. Dan fo ba ko. Okay, me free Facebook on the ono de. O de aba be de o say. Wo party no mre mu na esen kada bia otena party office. We a full time administrator na the office one so on tana office ho.
Onim de can say full time on tiase. And some of these little talks, You are not only the head of administration of the party. You are in charge of operations of the party. And in charge of operations involve all the 275 constituencies, plus our external branches. Mintra Accra, Sub-Zugu one enko Wa constituency. One enko Formina constituency. As general secretary, that's your job. You are not an administrator of the office. That's why in the party constitution we have a finance and administrative director. I don't know what officer all the time. As general secretary in charge of operations, they be a veteran officer. Matis will be so officer contest. Oh no, they be also head of power control office. That is how you might be to me yet. You can't do it. So because general secretary, you must be out there. You must visit the constituencies. You must get in touch with people. You must also be out there. Now, what you mean about office? There's nothing that comes to the officer. Sanka immediately. When we phone ever send the if there's an action to be taken, instead of beyond to me and can say John Boy doing to me nobody. So nobody. So my coffee is there. Now my coffee is because you can't do any work at the office. You can't. You want to come sometimes my coffee. If you're 2 a.m., 3 a.m., coffee besala all over them. Until you swear no for clinic. But if I saw you with Juma pa say who be general secretary, who be transfer office all the bia. And you be fail party. Be good anymore. Be good anymore.
You manage the on.
Ejuma no edin be onim ya on say utumi conceptualize the whole thing na utumi reduce to a level betumi aye because look sometimes we catch go edu be bia na uwe ejuma ye pa any say o crowd phone na utie hat no you need to get focused. Imagine say ye to aba 38,622 polling stations. There will be challenges all over. Set up a center, no one dealing with it, so that you can be focused as to where exactly you must be. Yes, wait through how, and I know emotional intelligence. You must practice it to understand what it is. Yes, you'll be confused. Sometimes me sorry no pack up when you in me here in the day, we just say my 1 month. That is how it is. Yes, sir. We general secretary and they be out the office. Now operational aspects of the work no better than why. It's never true. Be Kesseh no be say well most of them running youth organizer put that until they won't even understand what it means to do that. And if you check the employees of the party, the national organizer is an employee of the party. He must also be in the office all the time. The national organizer veteran office all the time. National organizer or what other responsibility of mobilizing and making sure that there's a membership drive, not veteran office. Into bar office or no national organizer, not just that's on the Juma. And yes, sanity. One kind one side of the constitution and forget the other important aspects of the work. Into announcing and go for person who contest election, because I know the issue and they say also to be here with Juma. And there is no way I'll be able to, I can say, John Boy doing the Juma. Oh, boy.
The Cardinal, John Buadu can mention every polling station across the country, even if he closes his eyes, and can quote the party's constitution. And that shows how experienced and competent JB is. And that is why we, the delegates, cannot sell our colored TV for black and white. JB Twaso, Nana 1 in Kasowa. Oga Wuli Ewo Enkare. Or say, ask Uncle JB for me. Will he continue to do the party work if he loses to lawyer Justin Kodia Frimpong as the general secretary? Oga Wuli Edifree Enkare. Ena Wode Eba. This one says, please greet Uncle JB for me. Sam Ellis, and or do we say Eba Sam? So I don't know. Kindly or say kindly ask GS why they resolve issues in some constituencies like Menchia North and deliberately turn blind eye to constituencies like Asante Achem Central after they sent numerous petitions that the MP selected his favorites without conducting elections. What is the interest of the regional and national leadership by ignoring some constituencies? Benjamin Edwe Efri Konongo Ena Ode Ebaye. This one says, my name is Kwesi Butche Jr. in Trobu. Nana Kesseh, please tell Uncle JB he's winning the elections hands down. He has served well and understands the party structures. JB has an unmatched track record in the MPP. He is an asset. Some of us, the youth, are in MPP because of JB Kwesi Butche. And what do we say? Bye. Now this one, hey, Masa, udi dia wadodo. Pa, we dey say, maybe. Okay, it has to do with Domi. Enti, when them for them Uncle JB or no better way children.
Domino, that's a reason of paying you. I'll check what exactly is the matter arising out of.
Okay. Me sa ede amount enti Uncle JB ye keka ko nyina na chese ye keka ko animu ano na ye ba be sori dwumadi so a eno no wa keka kansem. We know say you have offered yourself for re-election obasan akọ ebiem den na omanfo nhwe animu die enti na sese minim set time be ba be sheda be transcend de ya call o message mu de enti a wo ba for re-election but Samena kakra ma obi a woti na di enti na sese onya na nida so e wo JB mu.
Adinti also onya onida so JB mu se obeye adwuma na ma. Victory na open no onsa ebeka. Obey sure so say obe get in touch with constituency for and party for on the ground and make sure say all the wings of the party adwuma. This the only time wings, yet to me, I resource more powerful, to the extent some my conferences on their own and all that. And these are all in Myanmar because for some of us, we are coming from that wing. I'm more even looking forward to a situation, even semi-autonomous wings. Our man can to generate more programs, resources, na parts, I support to Keke. With a few resources and all that. I also believe that this party is a party of tradition. In Timekai, I've always been raising the fact that I'll say in your party school, Yes, party school, governing council, no BBI, Professor Marco Kwe, and never had it. We I can't say lunch, but they didn't also don't see. Ever say a mujo kakra need to me lunch. Now, biara your party. Make a way, make a constitution, make a. It's because semi over the period. Now, the age months over the period. Ntina eba hand, Ube officer, at least also who the entire specific officer no role in them. Because I see a lot of misconceptions about how the party is run. Not only, and what makes it dangerous is that go from person who aspire for leadership, name party, about 70 party, Emrano, they need to go to this party school. Not just saying to me, but now a big platform, so now you can't near ma, and he said, you can't. And and sometimes they also need to visit the headquarters to know what exactly and where we are. And some are proposing Nyama, dada. say we ba me why yeah near my and for that one you get from me. You also need me around in order to ensure say our government party relationship is further strengthened. Probably one party or power na party no any aban no or they are not agreeing on a lot of issues. They creating a lot of problems. Although we criticize government within, it does not manifest itself outside that. A matter relationship, a war, and a party, cause sometimes in focus. Chairman Blaze say. He's one of the best leaders you can have around. Yes. We've seen other chairmen in other political parties. And the kind of attitude that a omo party, about down. So, if you have such a thing, open there, to say the first, party office, or your demo car, and a police car, basically, how they be on top, I don't know pay. Because you need peace and tranquility to run the party. And that's what I bring on board, because maybe Timinga say me CEO of the party, maybe a general secretary, me CEO. In the African Beshe coat to ten Kuntain, our friend, I am the this, I am the that. There are no Nankofonso who say me, a bimu Felice, post, mama post, I so be able to guy. And the young one say, a bimu so about person contest be. And yet easy, sir. Oversaw you CEO, a cocktail company. We a new patriotic party. Now, you are head of administration and also in charge of operations. And I can say in charge of operations. Obi a wa dream udra. Ube to many external body say daily. You hoy. You name go for daily both NDC whatever. But also you be a wano edu. Out in the mass. I bet we are trusted. The kind of information we get is not because we have money. It's because of our relationship that we've built over years. And Obi a police ni, Obi a electoral commission, Obi a NDC ni, Obi a PNC ni, Obi a whatever. Obi to are confiding in you. And this is done through experience and working with people and being trusted. And I'm one person you can trust. Say, Udi Juma Shamensa. My ya broso. Sometimes between ya man and broso, na me why say here account. This is what you have, and there's nothing more than that.
Can I let John Boadu know that his new name is called Undefeated because he's not been defeated and cannot be defeated in this election unless he himself decide not to contest. He's managed our party well, and he will break the 8 for us. His humility has brought him thus far. Benghazi, and what do we say? Ebaye. Now, this one from George Krobia, or say the national organizer is a member of the secretariat but not in charge of the administration and operations of the party. The general secretary is the custodian of the party's secretariat. JB must know his basic constitutional requirement of his job. JB must know that, okay, you could have said it.
Said your kind of own country. That's exactly what I said. And I was all track. That's own country. Only says he's an employee of the party. So it's part of, when you are looking at the secretariat, you have the general secretary, you have the national organizer, then you have the directors of the party. So in the Ochoba, just Professor be announced. That's exactly what I said.
The last one. Good evening, Cardinal. I love the way the able chief scribe, General Secretary John Boadu, is dealing with issues. Let's maintain him to break it. My regards to Chairman Steven in team. Sako the way every Washman or day by ye. Angajebi, Pacho, Ebreno, Ayabe, sorry, Pacho Asuma Itratu.
Masama Itratu and say, Meda party for you na say, Sebi Yede, Niema Bano Omwanya, young quiet to me yet. Ye Juma together. Obia decided sobre contest elections, whether we win or we lose you. Wabuama strengthen your democracy. We are looking forward to a situation before 27th Electoral regional elections. All the other constituencies I want some or to me resolve no be to me about regional and national conference. We are also looking forward to an exciting national annual delegates conference between July 15, 16, 17. Now ya koso aban abaso say on koso na challenges ye face as on maya nye nyina na ye fault other external factors affect on to me abomode aso just as we've been able to do, just as we've seen the improvement in our economy. We hope say with new measures are taking or putting in place, including the enactment of the e-levy law and also the needed resources are here to also meet our expenditures, including almost everything. Here, your school, your clinic, your roads and all that. You be to me, ama you deliver na Ghana for any aji, and I can assure you, say, ye deeper Ghana for Inshamoda. The Juma, ye dear my be ye my home den cry be aka. Na ebe do ho 2024 no ye bomodem manage party no na party no emujo ye parliamentary candidate ye presidential candidate inshallah breaking the 8 eda obia no ye beto aba be wie 2024 no na winning majority in parliament na winning the presidency in one touch.
Yada ase anwumre okọ aprobo so a esre nyame se onka ho fe okọ ba minim se sedam kan ye benya brena ya hwe campaign ye ansa na July no eduru. Yada ase so
campaign de mini ho kra wa ye.
Ada na me na menya gambe.
Ada se we no asem de na. Omo mo so mo contest. Uni mo mo weva.
Akije bi pa.
Na me boa. Kana na utina hey. Omo so contest. So omo other responsibilities and ga o station be to me aba trene ma. Omo ye de boa aban no ma record any. Nyeso omo pe contest and go me ba. Some of them from some so bad. Now 5 years now to now hoda ultra office air condition. I don't know how my can near my oh yeah the boy youth. And now yeah the boy party for. I feel now wait man. Man show be a so yeah campaign.
Koda.
Still maintain.
John Buadu, General Secretary, New Patriotic Party. On behalf of my production team, Isaac Odro, dear name, Patricia Sefafisha, Elizabeth Ejin, Prince Bafwa Samoa, and Afi Samuel Apia. Medamunina say you so muti yen, Yame Eyaduma Ukuada, Ebesain Abetuasum no so, a friend and I, Kesseh, Ubitimi, a friend the Cardinal, Macramuna.